Hello, how you doing? I'm Jordan. This is my dad, Jim, the grumpy plumber. We get this question a lot. I always kind of wonder myself, Dad, do you recommend purchasing a softener for your home, for someone's home, a water softener? Hi, my dad, Jim, has been a plumber for 48 years. He's a master plumber in Michigan and a C36 licensed plumbing contractor in California. He has saved my wife and I thousands of dollars, but you just gotta watch out. He gets a little bit grumpy when he's giving advice, so don't piss him off.
Yes, definitely yes. I like water softeners. I wasn't in the water softener business. I installed a lot of water softeners. I sold water softeners, but I think every home should have a softener. Now, here's a big thing. A lot of city waters are treating their water a lot better, that you don't need a water softener. They've come around and things have gotten better because they don't want that salt in their water, and so they're making it better. So they're bringing down the hardness of the water. And that's usually anything over 13 grains of hardness means that the water,
that's a good tip. You
need a softener, okay? A softener does a very nice job. It takes care of your clothes. Things are cleaner. Your dishes get cleaner and look better when they're done. You cut way back on the soap, and that's another thing that will make your dishes look better on it. But a softener does a nice job. Now, if you're on a well system, water softeners are ideal because that's just water that comes out of the ground and it cleans it. What it does, it cleans it, so it doesn't beat the house up so bad on it. If you're a lot of cities where we're at, the water is very hard. Even though it's city water, it's hard. It is getting better, but it's still hard and you need a softener. I also recommend salt over potassium. One thing is go buy potassium and you figure out why I recommend salt. Salt does a better job as far as I'm concerned too on things.
And is your water softener system, like the things you need to recharge?
Okay. Yeah, what the salt does is there's two devices to a softener. Actually, there's a tank that holds the salt, and then there's a thing that softens the water. It's the cylinder, it's a mineral bed that softens the water. The water runs through that mineral bed, and after so long, it has to be cleaned. After so many gallons of water, it has to be cleaned. And so it shuts itself, it bypasses itself, so it can only use the water from the system so it doesn't put it out into the house. And it cleans that mineral bed, takes 90 minutes to do it. And then it comes back out again.
Using that salt, so it kind of circulates through the salt in the bed.
What it does, it flushes that salt through it, and then it throws that salt water away, and it cleans itself. So there's so much water that goes through a softener, there's very little salt left in the system. When I say that, there's very little salt left in the mineral bed. It's flushed out very well.
You're not tasting salt in your water or anything
no,
like that. It doesn't get in the house.
You really never did taste salt in a water. People think they do, but there was never. Probably something else they were tasting, but you could do it if the softener went bad, but that's kind of rare too.
Okay.
Brand names of water softeners, guess what, folks? There's only about 3 or 4 manufacturers, and then what they make is the head. That's the thing that controls the flow of water through it. Okay? A lot of people use them. I'm not going to mention anybody, but they're all basically about the same. There are different sizes of them, though, and they go by cubic foot, and that's a tank size that has the mineral in it. They start off at a half, they go to 1 cubic foot, they go to 2 cubic foot, 2.5, 3, then you can get even bigger, larger. I always recommend about a 2 cubic foot because to make the water dirty, it takes longer, and it takes the same amount of time to clean that 2 cubic foot as it does to clean that half cubic foot.
So it really doesn't matter the size of your house, how much water you use?
No,
Okay.
But it just what I'm trying to say, it won't regenerate as often, okay?
So it could last longer?
Yeah, it'll last longer, and you don't tend to use, so a smaller one's going to regenerate more, okay? And a larger one is going to regenerate less. A smaller one might regenerate on 600 gallons, and a larger one might regenerate on 2,000 gallons. Okay, that's the difference in them. So, price-wise, they pay the same price for, well, real small ones they don't, but after about 1 cubic foot, they're all about the same price. So some people think they've got to get more for them. But, ask the plumber. Most plumbers will install them, and they're more reasonable, because they're not making their living off water softeners. water softener people are going to hate me for that comment, but you know.
So if they have
Plumber's
13 grams, how do you know what your hardness is? Can someone just go like a hardware store and get a test kit, or should they
Yeah,
hire a
you can get
plumber?
a test kit. You probably go online and get a test kit, and usually it's a little powder stuff that you dump into a certain amount of water. The kit, you take a little volume of water, tube of water, you put it in there, then you put these drops in. The test kits are different nowadays too. The old style was we used to put drops in the water and we counted the drops until it turned a different color. It went from being pink to blue. And that's how we figured out how hard the water was.
So now kits are a little easier to use.
I think kits are easier nowadays.
So you can test the hardness. If you have hard water above 13 grams, you can consider getting a water softener, which you highly recommend.
Not grams. I go by grains. Okay.
And then you recommend it.
Yeah, I definitely recommend a water softener. But if you got good water from the city and it's tested and comes out below 13 grains of hardness on it, you don't need a softener. Okay?
Great. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Dad. All right, thanks so much for watching The Grumpy Plumber. Click subscribe for more tips.
And if you have any other questions, go and ask the priest. He uses holy water all the time.